Hi everyone, my name is Teria with Piece and Make, and in today's video I have a fun video. I'm going to talk about what I wore this summer, specifically things that I made and I also wore this summer. One thing I like to emphasize is to not only make your clothes but to also wear them. I also wear ready-to-wear clothes as well. They're clothes that I bought from the store, but I take a specific interest towards the things that I make. Like, I love them so much more, to be honest. So I want to go over 4 different patterns, and I'm going to show you the outfits that I made from them and how they made me feel special. Alright, so I have my handy notes with me, and I'm going to go with the first thing. I call it the green dress. It's from Butterick R11836. I sewed together view A for it, and I love this blue dress specifically because this pattern is not for a dress. When I first saw this pattern, in my mind I was like, okay, this is a jacket pattern. I mean, it has different views, like has pants as a shirt, but I really like the jacket pattern. I wanted to change that into a dress, and I'll tell you all how I did that. The type of fabric that I use for this dress is a linen cotton blend, and it's a lightweight fabric. That's one way that I was able to turn this into a dress versus a jacket. For a jacket, I probably would have used like a heavier weight cotton or linen. I mean, technically I could still wear it as a jacket, but it'll just be for fashion purposes or layering purposes. But right now I like to wear it as a dress. Also, I added a belt to it. So the belt pattern that's included, I actually didn't use that. I made the belt longer because I wanted to tie it a certain way around my waist, and that also helped. I also made the dress length, I changed the length of the dress to better fit what I would like as a dress. And so those are the ways that I changed it. I love wearing this outfit. It's so breezy, especially I live in a hotter climate, and so walking around in this, like, versus something that's heavier with polyester in it, this is a very breathable dress. It's easy to wash, it's easy to iron. Like, I love it so much. So that is dress number 1. So I wanted to talk about the styling of this outfit. I wore this dress with blush pink shoes. Sometimes I like to wear stuff in a color that doesn't really match. I don't like to be too matchy sometimes. So me wearing those the color of those shoes, it's like to me, blush pink can be a neutral color. You can wear it with a whole bunch of different types of colors. So I just threw that in there to give the eye something to look at, and to just make it a little bit more fun, because that green color is a very deep green, and I always like a pop of color somewhere. The other thing that you see is the bag that I'm wearing, which is the Dax bag that I made, and that's what I'll go into detail about next. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the Dax bag. It is a pattern created by Heather from Sewing in Verses on Instagram. She also has an Etsy page, so if you visit her Instagram, you'll be able to see her, you'll be able to find the link to her Etsy page. I'll also link it below as well. But I really enjoyed making this bag. I'll be honest, it was a very challenging bag for me. It's my first real bag, or my first big girl bag. And I am ready to make some more bags after making this. So it's made out of a heavyweight canvas for the outside. The accent fabric is a faux suede, and then the lining of the bag is a quilting cotton. So, and then I got hardware for it as well. This bag, or the style of the bag, was inspired by a bag that I saw at Ralph Lauren, specifically at the outlet mall. They have this very beautiful Ralph Lauren store, and so I like to go in there from time to time, check out what they have. But I really like the classic look of the stripe, the trim down the middle. It's just, oh my gosh, it's so elegant to me. So I just really love that bag so much. I will say the next time I make this bag, the bottom, I'm going to figure out how to make my bottom more secure, because if you're like me, you like a lot of stuff in your purse, or you put a lot of stuff in your purse. You may not mean to, but eventually a lot of stuff is in your purse. So when I put a lot of things in the purse, my bottom goes down a little bit. Not like it doesn't go down like that, but it just rests a little bit lower. I want to figure out how to make my bottom more flat. But other than that, I love that pattern. I would recommend you sew it. The instructions are make things so easy. If I can make the bag, you can make it. If you're a beginner, now if you're just picking up the sewing machine, do not make the bag yet. But if you have some practice on making things, then you can definitely try this bag out. It's a good entry-level bag making pattern. This next outfit, or this next shirt that I made, is from, I call it the blue shirt with a slit. So very practical name. I'm going to hold up my notes for this one because I had a lot of descriptions for it. I self-drafted this pattern probably about 2 or 3 years ago at this point. I don't even know if I put it on my Instagram. But I will after this video. So this, the type of fabric is a jersey knit, and some backstory as to why I made this shirt. I like to play around with different ideas, learn different sewing skills. So for this one, the skill that I wanted to learn is how to self-draft a pattern from an existing shirt. So I had this like yellow knit shirt that honestly was too small for me at the time. I wanted to make the shirt a little bit bigger, and I really liked the silhouette of it. So I wanted to just copy that. What I did is I copied the shirt. I've laid it down. Maybe in a future video, let me know if you want me to do this. But a future video, I can show how I make a pattern from existing clothing. It's just a matter of tracing it basically, and then you add the finishings in. So the funny thing about this shirt, and the reason why it has slits on the side, is because I wanted to have a long shirt to go like to my upper thigh and cover my bottom some. But when I made it, I made the width of the shirt the same all the way down. So basically my width around my waist, I made it the same for the bottom of the shirt. And I did not account for my butt. I didn't account for my thighs. And I am a small person. But I definitely have a different number for my waist versus my hip measurement. And in order to correct that mistake, because it was not fitting over my bottom, I put a slit in it, and I just let it, and that allowed me to be able to put the shirt on to actually wear it. So that's a funny thing. I call those design details. When you make mistakes when you're making something, don't just trash it. Don't just trash what you're making. Think about, how can I still make this look good, and then just turn into a design detail. Because at the end of the day, you wouldn't know that that's why I had a slit on the side, because I mistakenly made my pattern wrong. Like, just work with it and incorporate it into the style of the clothing that you're making. So that's one thing I do, because I make mistakes all the time. I'm telling you, I make mistakes all the time. But with this shirt, that's what I did. It also really reminds me of the 90s. I grew up in the 90s, was a teenager in the late 90s. So I really like, of course the 90s are coming back, but for me, it's not about them coming back. If I like a style, like, that's what I'm going to wear. So I really like that it looks like the 90s. The other thing too is that the front of the shirt and the back of the shirt, they both have seams down the middle. And the reason for that is because I was playing fabric Tetris, and I actually I didn't have enough fabric to do the full bodice. So I had to like cut a strip out of here, cut a strip out of there. I couldn't cut it on the fold. That's what I'm trying to say. I couldn't cut it on the fold. So I just cut out 2 separate pieces and just sewed them down the middle for the front and the back. And that's how I ended up having enough fabric. The other skill that I learned at the time, which I'm very good at, is putting the binding on around the neckline and around the sleeveless to make a sleeveless shirt. So 2 skills I learned: how to draft a pattern from an existing garment, also putting binding on the material on the garment that I'm making, so the neckline and the sleeve. Well, sleeveless in that case. Another tip is that if you want to make something similar to this, Nikki from Butte J'adore, at Butte J'adore on Instagram, she also has a website. She designed a pattern for Nomi. It's ME2046. That pattern is similar to this shirt that I made. And if you want to make it look more like my shirt, it's just simple details. Bring the neckline down some. Don't cut on the fold down the middle seam. And then put the binding around to make it sleeveless. I think that hers is a sleeve, has an actual sleeve. So if you want sleeves, that's a way that you can have sleeves on it without having to draft the sleeve. If you want it sleeveless like what I did, put a binding around it, drop that arm side down a little bit to make it sleeveless, and that's what I have. This next garment that I'm going to talk about are, I just call those my black leggings. So these are basically I changed the base pattern for this is Simplicity 8424, and then also I got the fabric. The fabric is a faux suede, a faux ponte suede. That ponte part is important for the faux suede because that's what's going to make it stretchy. If you just get faux suede, similar to what I use for the purse, it's not going to stretch and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be a fitted look on your body. So make sure to get ponte. That's the kind of fabric that will help with that faux suede. Also, faux suede can be kind of difficult to find. I really like that faux suede that I got. I got it from fabric.com, which is closed now, unfortunately, but it's a pretty thick. And it's been hard for me to find another faux suede that's that thick. But if you are okay with a thinner faux suede ponte, you can put a lining in it, and that will help it to thicken up some. So when I made these pants, I made these years ago as well, probably like 2020, 2021. It's my first pair of leggings that I made. I made a muslin first, and the muslin didn't work out. So once I found the muslin that I did like, I made a muslin first, made some adjustments, and then I cut the actual fabric out. Typically what you're supposed to do is make the muslin, and then make another muslin before you cut out the fabric, but I was so excited that I couldn't wait. So I ended up turning in the leggings that didn't work out, turning them into pajamas. So, and I made that from a test fabric that I used. I had a very strong vision when I was making these pants. The inspiration came from years ago. I visited Las Vegas, and I went to Ann Taylor at, I don't know, one of the malls out there on the strip, or one of the hotels that have various stores in there. But there's an Ann Taylor, and they had these fitted pants, and it looks like I think it was made from a Ponte, but I wanted to up it up some by making it faux suede because I just really like that texture. So I was so excited I got to make it and make my vision come to life. And yeah, I'm looking at my notes. I'm basically emphasizing that it's literally my favorite pants, and to this day, years later, they are still my favorite pants. I know that skinny jeans, I don't know if leggings count in the same category as skinny jeans, but now wide legs and flares are coming back in. You cannot convince me to stop wearing leggings and straight leg and skinny jeans. I'm gonna keep wearing it. If it looks nice on my body, I'm gonna keep wearing it. So yeah, I love these pants so much. They literally go with everything. This next shirt that I'm going to talk about, I call it the button-up pink blush shirt. So it is Vogue 8777. Let me say that again. Vogue 87772. And it's made from a sheer poly. I purchased it from a fabric store probably like 10 years ago. I don't think they sell online. Also, I couldn't tell you how to get to that store again. It was like such a long time ago. I think they're still open, but I don't know because I haven't gone there in 10 years. So, actually it's probably like 15 years at this point. But I had it in my stash, and initially I wanted to make this into a blouse with a sleeve, like it's like a bell sleeve. But I didn't purchase enough fabric, and I didn't realize until I started to make it a few years ago. So I improvised and turned it into a button-up shirt, because what you all find out is that button-up shirts are my second favorite thing to make. I love making button-ups. So for this shirt, I actually hand-stitched the buttonholes, because the sewing machine that I had at the time, the buttonhole maker, it wouldn't work with that sheer lightweight fabric. Or maybe thinking about it, I probably just needed to change the needle. But either way, I didn't have the skills or the machine to figure out how to do it on the machine. And I actually used to hand embroider. Like when I was around 12, I started to hand embroider. So I have this book, and I just looked at my book of stitches, and that's how I embroidered my buttonhole. Very fun process. Tedious, but it's kind of like knitting or crocheting. You just pick it up and do it anywhere. And so that's what I did. But yeah, I love this shirt. If you haven't noticed, everything I make, I fall in love with it. I would say there's only one thing that I made that I just do not like. I like the pattern, but I do not like the fabric that I use. I'll actually go get that shirt when I finish talking about this shirt. But yeah, most things that I make, I like. And even if I make a mistake with it, like, I'll try it again and use that fabric for something else. But yeah, with the shirt, I can wear it with so many things. I basically wear it with like a white shirt up under it. I can wear it with a gray shirt. In the wintertime, if I actually want to use it as a layer, I can wear it with a longer sleeve shirt. I've never worn it like that before, but thinking about it and just throwing out some ideas on different ways you can wear a sheer shirt that you may make. You can, if it's short sleeves, you can wear a longer sleeve shirt up under it. And that way you can wear it in the winter time and still feel warm. It's a very Oh, one thing I'll say about the shirt is that when I go like this, it's very tight around the sleeves. So I made that a long time ago, and now the button-ups that I wear, that I make now, they don't do that anymore. But from that shirt, I learned that if I like lift my arms or something, like it's just really tight around the back. So my shirts don't do that anymore. But that's one thing to look out for when you make shirts. Like, can you move your arms in it? Okay, so I just went and got the shirt. I'll probably take a picture of it so that you can see it better. Like I said, I love this pattern. And I actually self-drafted this shirt. I had a vision for how I wanted to make a shirt. I wanted something with a bow that I could tie on the back. And it loops. The string loops through the front and the back of the shirt. The reason that I don't like this shirt and that I don't wear it is because this fabric sticks to my body so much. So this shirt was supposed to be like a flowy shirt. Like when I walk, I just wanted to like float along, but it sticks to my body because of the polyester content. I think this is probably 100% polyester, but it's just a cheaper fabric. I really like how vibrant it is, and it's hard to get all of these colors into a natural fiber. Maybe viscose you can, but I haven't seen a print like this on viscose. So that's why I ended up getting it, but it didn't work out. The other thing, I made my arm side a little bit too long, so next time I would shorten that. And then also this ribbon back here is very heavy, so when I wear it, it always pulls up my neck, and I do not like turtlenecks like that because it feels like something is on my neck. Like I'll make a cow neck before I make a turtleneck, or wear a cow neck as well, because I don't like stuff around my neck. I keep doing like this the whole time. Like, are you like that? Am I the only one? I've heard people doing that sometimes, but you all that are watching, like, do you like a turtleneck or what? So there's a lot of patterns that have high necks on things, and I'm just like, I cannot. Even though this one is a high neck, but I can't feel it. So I don't know, it just depends. But in most cases, I do not like shirts that are like on my neck. Like, I guess this is still at the bottom of my neck, but if it's like this thing ends up coming up higher, I just keep doing that all the time. I'm like, get it off of me. So I don't wear it, but I keep it because it's so beautiful. It's a high-low. Like, the back is higher than the front is, and it's so beautiful. The pattern is beautiful, but functionally it did not work. Yeah, so I want to show you all, everything I make is not perfect. So that's an example of something I don't wear. In reality, it just didn't work out. Okay, so I hope that you all enjoyed today's summer lookbook, and you got a chance to look at the outfits that I wear, that I actually wear. I don't just sew my stuff. If you sew it, don't just put it in your closet and don't wear it. Figure out how can you make it comfortable so that you would want to wear it in your everyday. That's what I think about. In my mind, I would like to do these really fancy, elaborate outfits, but then I'm like, where am I wearing this to? And even if I wore it to a fancy place, like, it would be so uncomfortable. So I just really go for comfort. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like what you are seeing, please subscribe, please like. You can follow me over at YouTube. You can follow me over at Instagram at Piece and Make. It's the same thing as what is here on YouTube, but it has no spaces. yeah, I just look forward to your comments. Which outfit did you like the most, or which garment are you looking forward to making? I know that it's the fall right now, but hey, if I get inspired to make something right now and it's summer, I'm still gonna make it. So yeah, let me know what you all are up to, or if this inspired you to make anything, and I will chat with you next time. Bye. Oh my gosh. So I just finished doing some B-roll for this shirt. Oh my gosh, y'all. I fell in love with it all over again. I'm still not going to wear it, but I might try to wear it. We'll see. Um, it is so cute. I can't believe I designed that. But anyway, I just had to come on here because I'm just so surprised. Like when you put stuff away, you don't really think about it, and pulling it back out, I'm like, wow, this is a very beautiful shirt. But I should probably make it again in like a cotton or a linen or a viscose, and then I'll be way more satisfied with it, and I'll actually be able to wear it and it won't pull so bad. So yeah, bye.